All right, Dale here. From Dale Kimmer's Custom Cars. Right, anyway, I think this is number 8. I think of the Challenger disgusting D Pro Streeting. I'm disgusted. Anyway, I got the rear end welded in. I used my angle finder, and I set the pinion angle. I set them both. It was like, I don't know what it was, like 2.5 degrees. I think it was what I got out of it. So now what I'm doing is I'm working on, let's see, let's go to the top. I should have maybe went through that pinion angle thing with you guys, but I didn't. So I'm just doing something simple. Let's see, where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this somewhere. I got everything in the way. Why do I got everything in the way? I don't know. Well, let's get everything out of the way here. Okay. So what I'm doing, I got the brakes all put together except for the lines, So what I'm working on now is I'm putting on the rear end cover. Nothing major. I mean, it's just something to do, I guess. So, just gotta finish. Here, let me set this up. I should have had this set up already. Takes me a second here. Stay tuned after these messages. Boy, it's hot. And it's gonna get hotter again. I love the heat, but I just don't like it when it's 500 degrees. So anyway, let's see. I'm still getting stuff ready, guys. Oh, I bet I got the bolts yet cleaned up outside, don't I? I gotta go get my bolts, guys. Hang tight and take a look at the rear end. It's a 410 one-wheel wonder. Puppy's out here tonight with me. The mascot here. Okay, do I have everything under there that I need? I believe I do. At least I hope I do. Okay. So, trust me, I don't have no drive to work on this thing because I feel like I'm going the opposite direction I should be going. You know what I mean? But hey, let the scammers live and the low ballers live. They deserve everything. Guy that works hard for it doesn't deserve nothing. Anyway, I'm just getting kind of things prepared here. Enjoy the view. On the Ford 88 one-wheel wonder 410s. It's a 410 gear rear end. I went with that because that's all I could find, and then I don't have to change the transmission out because I got overdrive in there. Because I got to change that too right away. I was going to go with that 327 one-wheel wonder I have, but which is actually right there. But no. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a couple things. I want to give you guys a couple tips when you're doing these covers. Where's my, oh, you can't adjust one, it's this way. Anyway, these rear end covers, if you ever look at the side of them, you'll see where the bolts are tightened. This gets to be pulled up. So what I do is I lay it flat on the side of the vise and I turn it like this. But when it's laying in the vise, then I take a nice flat body hammer like this one. Then I tap on these. Don't just tap on them to bring them down again. Each one. So I've done that already. So, and then what I like to use for silicone on this is I use a factory gasket, and then I use Ultra Gray. Ultra Gray. Which way do I gotta go? Okay, there we go. Ultra Gray. It's a kind of a high pressure silicone. Rear ends get warm, but they're not like a motor, and plus I use this on the motor anyway. I'll even use it on intake gaskets and everything. Not so much exhaust gaskets that gets hot, and I use that orange if I have to. Normally I try not to use any silicone on the exhaust, normally. But if I absolutely have to, then that's what I use. So anyway, what should we start with here? Let's see, I gotta clean that axle gasket surface off first, like that. From here, let's see, we wander around, no way. Okay. Wonder if we can get in a little closer. I don't know if they'll let me here. Ah, there we go. I wish this thing had a nice. Well, okay. Anyway, I got that all cleaned off. I just want to wipe it down with some brake cleaner and make sure all mating surfaces are clean. So let's see, what should we do here? Okay, we got the cover ready to go. We got the gasket in there, silicone's there. Okay, we got to clean up the mating surface, and we should start. Sometimes what I'll do is on the bolts, I'll put anti-seize on them, and I'm still wondering if I should on here or not. I probably won't, because this cover, whoever buys the car eventually, they'll probably want to put a posi in it. So they'll take the cover off and they'll put a big fancy aluminum or a painted chrome or something like that on it, I'm sure. I just don't have any money, you know. I'm not a very rich person at all. All my projects are done on the process of selling one to build one. And I believe in the man above us, the spirit, and he will provide as long as you show him that you try. Don't expect it. You gotta try for it. So that's what we're gonna do. All the scammers I've had last week, I've had 15 scammers on the car. It's getting hard already to pick out who's real and who's not. They want me to send the car, and they said they'll give me an extra 5,000 for my troubles, but they want to know that the car's been shipped, So you know what that means. And I even had a prince from Nigeria contact me. Geez, I tell you, he was a prince, eh? Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? Pretty soon I'm going to push it in the corner and put a cover over it, and then they'll find it 20 years down the road when I'm dead. And say, wow, that's a nice car. I wonder why you never sold it. Well, it's because of lowballers and scammers. By then it'll be a piece of crap again and won't be taken care of. Nothing. But I'll keep trying to sell it. And if I don't, I don't. Whatever. It's so sad. I mean, the government got rid of the Consumer Protection Agency now, so now they're really having a heyday, all these scammers and companies that'll rip you off and shit. And why would you do that? Get rid of a government program that protects everybody, no matter how poor or how rich you are. Why would you get rid of that? I don't know. I don't understand that. Help me understand. It's like getting rid of the ambulance crew and the cops and the hospitals. A lot of hospitals now, they're going to be, these rural hospitals are going to suffer really bad too. So, where am I going to go to the hospital if I cut my finger off? I got to drive 60 miles away. By then, I'll be dead. So, I hope this big, beautiful bill helps the poorest guy out. No, it won't. I'm sorry, guys. I just, I'm for everybody. If you're rich, you deserve it because maybe you worked hard for it. If you're poor, well, get off your keister and let's get something going. But when you're poor, sometimes you're poor because unforeseen circumstances. Might be health, might be family member that died that supported the family, might be depression. But they want to throw those people off the bridge too. So, but anyway, enough of that. Some days it's hard to function thinking about what all is happening out there. A lot of people are going to lose it. But anyway, enough of that, right? Right? You don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. So, I don't know. I'm just for whatever is logical and benefits everybody, you know? And I think when you jump the fence and you come into the Americas, well, you should be put away for that, but not put away for it. You didn't commit a crime. You might be supporting your family. But those people, they'll cut heads off of pigs so we have a nice juicy pork chop on the grill. They'll go out in mosquito-infested fields and pick strawberries for us, and so we can have a nice strawberry shake. They do jobs that normal people don't want to do because they're willing to do it for half the price, and they're trying to support themselves. They're trying to look for the dreams we have. My ancestors are from Germany and from Slovakia or whatever, and or Croatia and stuff like that. So does that make me an immigrant? Maybe I should be thrown out of the country too, huh? I don't know. What about you guys? Your great grandparents from out of the country, great great grandpas and grandmas, where are they from? Did they migrate? But yeah, you should come in this country legally. I agree with that. But here I am talking politics. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back to this cover. Lately it's hard to move. All this junk that's happening in the world. But anyway, enough. Meanwhile, We're going to get some of this out of here. That way it buys us time. It buys us some time to get that cover on. So let's wipe our hands off. But love to all, man. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. Love to all, man. We got to figure this thing out, guys. It's depressing. A lot of people wouldn't hurt a dang soul, and they're getting deported, and people are acting like they're criminals, just totally criminals. And I think that should stop. We should have a time to talk to a judge or somebody. I know I'd want my due process if I was in that shoe. I'd be pleading. No, I wouldn't hurt a single soul. I never will, and I promise you that. But a lot of other people are saying they would. People are probably going to hate me for talking about it. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got a right. You have a right to hate me for that. You do. I won't take it away from you. Any of your rights. Don't take mine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 10 bolts. We got a cover. We got a gasket. We got silicone, and I have good people watching. Love to all. And I mean that. I don't care who the hell you are. Love to you, man. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We're going to put some gray silicone here. I swear by the gray silicone. I mean, Ultra Gray is the best. I remember years ago, back in the 80s when blue came out. Oh, man, we just loved it. Oh, God. We used that stuff on everything. Snowmobiles and go-karts. And, man, even had a friend of mine that cut his finger open and used it on his finger. And he wrapped it up with tape so it would stop bleeding. And I said, I don't know if I would have did that. He didn't die, so must have worked. I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't suggest it at all either. So I'm not suggesting it. Trust me. What I'm doing is putting some on the cover now here. While that sets up a little bit on that side. Probably could get by without even using this stuff really. Oh well. Might as well make sure, right? Cover could be on here for a couple months. I wanted to put a 410 posi in here because that'd be the right thing to do, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, nobody had one available in the local area. I wasn't going to drive 700 miles to go get one either. That was the closest one. Okay. Both surfaces have been silicone and cleaned, and it is time. There will be a time when you can buy some wine. All right. That look right? That looks right to me. That'll work. Okay. Now, yeah. Next up, notches are at the bottom. Let's put a couple bolts in here. One and two. All right. There it is. Okay. Old rusty cover going on. There we go. Yeah, there's that one. Oh, let's see. We gotta put our 410 identification tag back on here too, don't we? Okay, I'll go there. Throw it in right there. All right, very quick will we? Oh, I see the light. I see the light. No more darkness. Oh, never mind. I got the light on my face. I wonder if I could screw them in further. First of all, snug them up like this. Yeah, this will be fun again. I see the light. No more darkness, no more. By the way, I took the air compressor and brake cleaner and I blew out all the holes. Make sure I had all the old silicone out of there. Just to let you know. When the rear end was out, I made sure that the drill plug, that came loose. And that did, so. And what I do is I tighten these up, I skip them, because this thing's so large and it's made out of tin. It's not like a head where you should cross, you know. Now if it was aluminum cover, or maybe even plastic cover, well, maybe I would go crossways in. But this tin cover will flex that much, you know. Now it's... Because now I just go through them all, you know. I just skip them so that way, at first round I skip them because that way then it sets the cover, it sets the gasket, and and then the arm wears out, you know. And I suppose there's probably 25 foot-pound torque on them or something, I'm thinking, but I use the old elbow. When you feel it busting off your shoulder, then you know you're tight enough. Get rid of that now, I think. Okay, let's go through them one more time. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, I skipped one. Oh no, that's a ratchet. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. So the rear end cover is on. Oh yeah. What's the next thing? Okay. So now we got brake lines to do. Well, while we're under here, I was gonna take you guys for a small tour and show you what I did. No, I deliberately moved the rear end over it's moved over 1 inch. No, half an inch, pardon me, half an inch. Yeah, I believe it's half an inch. Am I right or am I wrong? I gotta think now, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have my thinking cap on, it fell off. So I moved it over. I wonder if I can get you guys in here. Maybe I can't. I don't know. Oh, there's the rear end. Hey, there's the cover. Oh, look at that. Let's back this up a little bit. Hey, there's the cover. There, the silicone on it. Nothing or a little paint will fix. So if I roll you guys under here, now you can see the drive shaft. Wish I had a pointer. As you can see right between there, you know, before this drive shaft was 1/8 of an inch away, and I didn't like that, so I deliberately had to move it over because this safety loop is incorporated into the frame, which is also welded into the floor. It's connected to the arm bone, to the funny bone, to this bone, to that bone. So if I had to cut it, then I lose rigidity. I'm not sure how to say that, but anyway, I lose the strength. So, you know, and then when I set my pinion angle, it's about, what is it, like, I think the drive shaft angle was what, 2.5 degrees? No, the flanges were 2.5 degrees. Yeah, I have to even think about that. So right now, the weight is off the rear suspension, so you might notice that the pinion isn't angled right. You know, it's angled actually down. Because as you compress the suspension, the pinion angle will actually go up in the back. So right now there's no weight on it. I have the jack stands on the chassis, and because I wanted it to go down because I want to, otherwise I couldn't get to the cover bolts right, you know. Or is they're hidden behind the fuel cell. So anyway, and then I put the new brakes in it, you know. So all the new brakes are in. I just got to run the lines, and then I got to get a drive shaft spacer because it brought back the drive shaft about 1 inch. So I got a 3/4 inch spacer coming for that. So those drive shaft bolts that you see there, the flange, you know, this flange isn't tight yet. The drive shaft isn't tightened to the flange yet. So, and the exhaust, that'll be the last thing I'll put on. Because if I put that on now, weld that back on, as you can see, it's cut off. If I weld that back on, I can't get to nothing. So right now it's wide open, so I'm trying to work my way out of the project, you know. What else? Well, the spring plates to the rear end. I'm not cutting off the U-bolts yet. So yeah, so we're getting almost done here, and then we can go for a ride, and I'll take you guys for a ride when we get it that far, you know. And yeah, it'll do a one-roll burnout probably from here to New York City to LA probably. But oh well, I still got 410s. I mean, it'll still in the overdrive and all that, so it'll still go, you know. Actually, you won't wear out your tires that bad if you with no resistance of a posi. So tires will stay better. Let's see what else. I think on this video I'll end it here shortly. But oh yeah, I gotta add fluid, don't I? Yeah, and the fluid fill is actually in the front, like right here, but on the front side of the axle. You gotta fill it from the front. So we'll let the silicone dry up a little bit, you know, before I fill it. So maybe I'll fill it tomorrow. I won't fill it tonight. It takes somewhere around that 2 to 2.5 quarts, depending on if it's dry or if it's just been emptied out recently or what, you know. So yeah, I wish I had at least a chrome cover. You know, that would be nice. Looks so rough. I should scrape that. I should have actually sandblasted it before I put it back on, but I figured, well, whoever gets the car, they're not going to want this piece of shit on there anyway. They'll probably rip this out and rip the one with wonder out of it and go like this and say, all right. And then they'll say, why did he put that one with wonder in there? And they'll go, oh, that sucks. And it does suck. But we'll go like this then. We'll put it mediocre because it's got 410s yet. It's not up. It's not quite there, but it's halfway there. But anyway, then when I put the rear end in it, I like I say, I put the new brakes are in it, all that. And what I did is I ran these plumb bobs down the side of the quarter, and that's what I went by. So I wanted the wheels in the center of the wheel wells as best I could do it, you know. I didn't want one wheel hanging out the fender and one way in. And that's why I'll put a spacer on this side. There'll be a wheel spacer on this side. Because that way the wheels will be equal. I know it sucks. I know that, and it does suck, but I don't even want to do this. I don't. Everybody is all excited about this Pro Street shit, you know. And then they come out and then they see, oh no, where are we going to get tires if we blow a tire on the weekend? I don't know. Good luck. Tie one to the roof if you're going to go that far and worry about it. So anyway, yeah. But let's, all right, let's fill this thing up. Now, this is the driver's side wheel well we're looking through. I had the plug loose already. Cleaned it a little bit. Okay, so are we ready? And you want to fill it until it comes out, but we're jumping the gun here. Let's do some prep work. What I mean by that is that let's get two of them open. Actually, let's open all three of them. We'll put the tops back on them so we don't spill nothing. And that one's ready to go. Okay. What's that? Now, what we're going to do though, we're going to wrap this plug, you know, in yellow thread tape. I use yellow because it's petroleum resistant. A lot of people use white and then you'll see the kind of slime up on you and stuff. But this is resistant. Use yellow on it. So I'm going to sit here and I got to sit down here. I'm wrapping it up. Let's wrap it up. Okay. You want to wrap it the opposite way that you tighten it. So in this case, you want to go, if you're facing it, you want to go counterclockwise. Okay, so there it is. So this is ready to go in. Okay, we'll lay that off to the side. I'm going to see if I can kind of straddle this thing. Put my legs under there. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Trying to give you guys the best camera angle I can. But at the same time, I'm trying to get the job done here. Let's move the camera or the microphone here. How do you guys like my microphone? Now you can hear me. You know? Now I got a drain pan down on the floor. So if I overfill, I don't spill. Obviously the first one definitely won't overfill it for sure. Those squeeze packs they got now, those are nice, but oh my god, they charge you for that. You think that'd be... Suppose you gotta pay for all the tooling, all the new equipment again now. Oh, that sounds like a Taco Bell fart. Sounds like you had a hard night at Taco Bell. Okay. No, I'm not going to get fussy about that right now. I'm going to grab another one. And then I'll drain them all together, and then I'll get my maximum out of it. You know, some people sit there and hold it, and I don't. I just put them on the bench upside down to one another. With the nozzle cap on one, and then I get it back that way. So, and some people just throw the things away, and I don't believe in that. You don't give this stuff away either anymore. Let it breathe. I can roll this back. Well, that's just about lost it. It's not full yet. It's just what I spilled. I think anyway. I think. No. Is she full already? No, she usually takes about 2 to 2.5. I suppose it's facing down now. Well, yeah. Oh. So what do I do? Do I jack it up now? And now let's see what we got going here first. Let's make sure. Yeah. Yeah, it goes up, I'm just afraid it's not. Well, I'll check it when I get it down on the ground, I guess. Once she's down on the ground, then I'll know for sure where it's got to be. But let's just double check it. Swapping caps around right now, so if I tip it over, it won't spill all over the floor and go down my leg. And then after you have it on your leg, then you touch your leg, then you got it on your nose, and then you have it on your eyebrow, and before you're done, you got it everywhere you can think of. Yeah, she's full. Now if I knew where I put the plug, there's the plug. And we'll put the plug in it if we can. Should have grabbed. Well, what is going on here? Okay. It's should have grabbed an extension. Boy, am I having troubles here. Huh? Yeah, I should have. It looks like I got it started, hopefully. You want to make sure that you got it started straight. Need that rig. Yeah, feels like it's spinning in there. Yeah, it's definitely right. Don't cross thread them. Start them first. Make sure you can get them a full thread. If you can turn them in at least a full thread, couple thread, real easy, you know you got it. And don't reef on them. There we go. Okay, PFQ checked and okay. Now, next thing we gotta do, we gotta figure out the brake line. We gotta go from here to the rear end with the rubber line. I took it off to Dana. I know I gotta make new metal lines. I still have a breather hose I gotta put on here for the breather. So what should we work on next? Why don't we call this video yet? We'll call it In the Wheel Well with Dale Kramer's Custom Cars. In the wheel well. Some people do under the lift, over the lift, under the hood, in the car. I'll call mine In the Wheel Well with Dale Kramer. And Mindy, the star of the show. Okay, let's get that out of here right away. Everything that could possibly spill. This out of here. I'm moving stuff around here, guys, so I don't spill nothing. Oh, I tell ya. I'm so hot, guys. I just sit here for a minute. Enjoy the view. We got lube in her now, but I think it's going to be a little on the low side. You know? because the rear end's facing downward. When it faces up, it's going to run into the axle tubes, and I'm sure we're going to be a squirt low. Won't be much, but it's going to be a little low. Should turn this because now I'm sure that's taking about 4 tablespoons down now. Getting her all wet. Okay. I'm sure them gears are full now. Okay. Anyway. Wow. Geez, I look like I've been worked over. Well, welcome to Dale Kramer in the Wheel Well. Oh. Huh. I wonder how a tire feels. Ah, that'd be an unbalanced tire. Oh, anyway, I think we're gonna call this the end of this video. Next video, we're gonna run brake lines and stuff, so I gotta get everything ready for that. I'm ready to do it, so I'm gonna, as soon as I stop this video, then I'm gonna start working on that next video, I think, and then I'll throw these on the YouTuber there. But yeah, looks like a car under here though. Huh. In the Wheel Well. Welcome to the In the Wheel Well with Dale Kramer. Today's hair is gonna be focused on the hair. It took all day to get this just right. When I woke up this morning, it looked too good after I brushed it, you know. Now it looks perfect. Yeah. But anyway, guys, boy, I just look terrible. No, I gotta tell you, I got problems. Guys, I tell you, I'm just a common guy. Not rich. Not totally 100% poor, but damn close. Don't know what it's like to make 40, 50 grand a year, make less than that. I got a lot of know-how, a lot of survival skills. Wouldn't hurt a soul. Don't like what's going on. But try to love everybody. But that's today's focus. In the Wheel Well with Dale Kramer. In the Wheel Well. Next time on In the Wheel Well, we'll be putting the brake lines on, and then we can start bleeding brakes. Waiting for those spacers to come. That wheel spacer for the passenger side, and then the drive shaft spacer. The drive shaft's just a little on the shorter side. I want to get back to get some more spines in the transmission, you know. So it'll be 3/4 of an inch, but 3/4 of an inch, that's quite a bit when you do a radius, you know, the circumference, I should say, or whatever you want to call it. So I might have been able to do an inch, but you bottom this thing out, then you might take out the tail shaft of the tranny like a demo car or something. I don't know, but 3/4 inch is safe, you know. You could probably run it the way it is, but if you really get hard on this thing, you never know. You could wreck something. So I want to make sure, you know. So anyway, let's call this done for now. And it's been good talking to you. In the Wheel Well. Then it goes round, round. Okay, but anyway, the Maple Lake Car Show is coming up, Maple Lake, Minnesota. The Gearhead Get Together. At least I hope it is still on yet. Silver Lake, Minnesota. The Polacheski Days Car Show is going on. I'll be there. And I'll be at the Maple Lake Car Show. So stop by. I'll be swapping, selling a whole bunch of extra parts that I don't need. I like to keep, but I don't need. Um, and people could probably use them. I need to clean up some space and get some cash. So gotta keep everything going. Gotta support my own channel. I don't have enough subscribers. It doesn't support itself. I gotta pour money into it. So I wish I had more subscribers. I know I'm just a common guy, guys. I'm not racist. I'm not politically one side. It's just, but for political side, I'm just for common sense and decency and love to everybody. That's all I ever want to see. Not just one guy coating his pockets full of cash and you know. But anyway, again, love to all. Please subscribe, and we will talk to you later.